G'day there and welcome back to the $100,000 to $1 million challenge. Can you believe that the Ethereum spot ETFs got approved? Well, of course you can, because Larry Fink is the Michael Jordan of ETFs. I'll take a look at the approval as well as my overall thoughts of the market in today's video. Please note that the information contained in this video is not financial advice and is purely for entertainment purposes. All trades that I take are logged in the Discord channel, so if you're keen for somewhere to talk crypto and financial freedom, hop on into the Discord and join in the conversation. In today's video, I'll begin with taking a look at the Ethereum ETF approval, a look at the market overall, what's on my watch list, what am I looking to pick up, all my buys and sells since the last video, and how the portfolio looks today. And so to begin with, this ETF excitement, this ETF mania, the fact that I'm awfully bullish, I love this gold ETF chart. Back in 2004 November, here's when the US gold ETF went live, and you can see straight after that for the next 7 years it was up only, and a parabolic up if that. And this has been kind of my roadmap for the ETFs, for the Bitcoin ETF, now for the Ethereum ETF. Really, I never thought it would happen, but here we are. I've got Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. That's why I am awfully bullish. Now, in terms of the Ethereum ETF, it's not trading just yet, but should be trading quite soon as I understand it. Initially, I think it's going to be, it's not going to be like a huge pump straight out the gate as far as I understand. I believe Grayscale are going to be having reasonably high fees compared to the rest of the market. So just like Bitcoin and how they had to unwind their Grayscale Trust Bitcoin, I think the same thing can happen with Ethereum, so it's going to take a little bit of time for the market to absorb that, for the inflows and the outflows to kind of eventually balance out before I think we really take a big move up. Now, in terms of Ethereum, I'm really happy because my average entry price is $1,286, and even without the ETF, when I did buy my Ethereum, I bought it with my personal predictions of Ethereum hitting 8K sometime before the end of 2025 without an ETF. Now, with an ETF, I don't want to get too carried away. It's really hard to predict these kind of things, but certainly I'm much more confident, incredibly confident about my 8K prediction at this stage, and I'm really looking forward to the remainder of the year and next year with this Ethereum ETF now approved. You can see the chart. It's incredibly bullish. Had a huge week here. This is a weekly time frame, and our oscillators are still looking really good. Just looks amazing, and if we take out the all-time high before the end of the year, that would make a lot of sense to me. And in terms of Bitcoin, my last video, we were just in the midst of printing this weekly bullish hammer, if you can believe this. We came all the way down, test the range, broke the range, printed a couple of times underneath the range on the daily. I was really looking at this weekly chart, got bought up and printed a green hammer, kind of saying that, hey, we've tested the bottom of this moving average here. Don't think we're going to see this again for a long time, if ever. Big move up, 2 weeks of consolidation, and the top half of the moving averages, and now we are again above the moving averages. Oscillator looks really good. Not saying we're gonna straight away break out of here. It's just been a nice consolidation. Very astute print here on the chart to say that the bottom of the range is gonna hold. It's super strong. Inflows continue, and I'm gonna sit on my hands long term for Bitcoin. Now, just looking at the inflows, obviously here we were really putting in those lows at I think about 56k. Since then, it's been pretty smooth sailing, just kind of matches the price chart in terms of nice slow grind up, so it's looking good. Okay, now looking at my watch list, I did this video, when is this? Looks like sometime in February, where I said that, hey, look at this Layer AI chart. It's the best chart I've seen. It was at about 1.57 cents at the time, and I hadn't picked it up yet. And the thing just absolutely went berserko. Straight after this, went to 9.4 cents. And I had a few people say, what are you doing? You have to buy before you talk about it. And I kind of said, well, that's okay, I'm just going to talk about it. So I've got a few things here which I'm looking to buy, which I haven't bought yet, but I'm going to talk about it. So let's see what happens. So one of them is Automata ATA. Now this, I'm really looking to pick it up. It is largely attestations on chain, which if you've done any quests recently for airdrops is a real pain in the butt. I know that Scroll Network has integrated this into their layer 2, and I know that there are quite a few other blockchains that are integrating ATA also. So I think if this becomes a dominant player for on-chain attestations, I think it's going to do really well. Now, in terms of getting in here, obviously you can see it's super volatile. My dream entry, I mean, I had actually an entry here, and I just couldn't get filled down here. We're kind of threatening to come back down here again. I'm probably going to have to pick it up a little bit earlier. Certainly I'm paying a lot of attention to ATA. What else have I got on my watch list? Because we've got BlackRock playing such a big part now in crypto, and because Larry Fink is just talking RWA non-stop, CPOOL for me is a nice looking chart, number one, a nice looking website, number two, and really, I think, potentially one of the leaders for RWA this cycle. Now, it's a little bit hard. I mean, I'd like to get in at 15 cents. It might not happen. I might have to figure something out, because the last thing I want to do is let this thing just go berserk without me. 227 FTV is not too bad. In terms of the UI, it looks something like this. So it's quite nice, it's quite clean, it's quite friendly, and they have huge backers such as Sequoia and some really big names. So that's another one I'm looking to pick up at some point. And of course, good old Cetify, because I'm tier 6. I did get rid of all of my paid. I talked about paid in my last video. I did get rid of all of it, and I wouldn't mind getting tier 7 Cetify. Now I'm kind of weighing it up right now, because I've got 10,000 SFUND tokens. I need 25,000 to move up in tiers, which is a lot. So if you do the maths on that, another 15,000 at $2.45, what's that going to be? It's around about ballpark 40k, so that's quite a lot more that I have to put into Cetify just to move up a tier. I might do it. I mean, if we can test $2 and I do have the capital available, then yeah, I'll do it, but we'll see. Now, in terms of buys since the last video, on Cetify I did pick up $566 worth of Wisdom Eyes. The nice thing is that I picked it up in the public sale, so I was able to get a refund on it for up to a week after TGE. Now, I bought it at 2 cents, 20 million FTV. I sold whatever I was given on TGE at 8 cents. I think I've got this right. 20 cents? No, hang on. Sorry. 20 cents is what I bought it for. Sold it for 80 cents. Don't quote me on that, but certainly I sold at 80 million FTV, that I know, which was a 4x, and so I got about half of my initials back, and I've still got much to come, so pretty happy with that. Didn't have to go to the refund. CARV, I bought 3 nodes on Cetify at $844 each. Cetify actually gave me the option to buy as many as I wanted, literally as many as you wanted, for $844, but because the sale was going quite slowly, I just bought 3 of them and kind of just went with that. Now, DJ and Distillery is an 8.6 million FTV. I did quite a bit of research into this. I ended up putting in, I think, just over $2,000 at 8.6 million FTV. Really just a bit of a moonshot play here, but it has some RWA narrative, because basically they're creating drinks, and some of the revenue, as I understand it, will go into burning the token. So, see how that goes. And PEAQ. So I put 3.5k into PEAQ at 370 million FTV. Just trying to really up my AI, how much AI I own, particularly in the new things like PEAQ. Obviously with Aether, I put in a reasonable amount there. Wisdom Mites is also AI. So that was the reasoning behind that. Now, in terms of selling Wisdom Mites, I talked about that. Just sold my TG allocation. Altura, I've just Altura and Neutron, those two I've just had for a while, and I just was looking to get out of them really. And once the PEAQ sale came up, I said, well, time to get rid of some things because I really want to get into PEAQ. So Altura pretty much broke even overall for the challenge on Altura. Neutron lost about 50%, which is a bit sad because it really was super volatile and had a chance to get out at the highs, but I didn't. But that's how it goes. Orange Network, I was really bullish on. I got it at 35 cents and I bought it at 35 cents, so break even on that one. Just a bit saturated right now, the Bitcoin layer 2 market, so thought I would just cut on that one and reallocate elsewhere. And paid, I sold all of my paid, so I was really waiting. Obviously paid has been I put a bunch into paid. It was a tough one, but if you look at my previous video, all my reasoning is in there. And basically I had to wait for the Commonwealth IDO to take place. That got priced back from 10 cents to, it went up to I think about 19. Got most of it out at about 16.5 cents. Currently it's down to 14.3 cents. And so I have no more paid now. Overall for the challenge, paid's been plus 34k, which is nice. And I've got that stables now on the sideline waiting to either deploy into some of those things on my watch list or move up a tier and certify. So I'm just waiting and seeing for now. So in terms of the portfolio today, 241 and 62, so almost a quarter of the way there. We're going to edge a little bit, but with these Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, wow, I mean, couldn't ask for much more than that, really. I mean, we're post-halving, huge fundamental news. You've got Larry Fink out there. They're going to be marketing these ETFs. Couldn't ask for more. Just couldn't ask for more right now. Well, I guess you got Trump also just going pro-crypto. I mean, gee, there's even that, so it's all happening. Okay, so the usual suspects on the front page over here, the usual suspects on the second page. Now, Subquery Network, I think it's a really good project. I might even allocate some more into that. At this point in time, all my Subquery is free because I've taken out my initials, but I might take another piece of that because I think it's going to go crazy. So have a good think about that one. Over here, Satoshi VM has been super disappointing, that's for sure. Filecoin, I'm still surprised, is under $6. That's just a brain scratcher to me. Jupiter, I have been voting on the latest LFG governance votes, just in case if they can get me some more airdrops. So I've been doing that. Multibit also, I'm really surprised. Like I convinced myself that this was going to be one of the main bridges for Bitcoin L2s. Market doesn't seem to agree. Similarly, Mintlayer, a project which I'm so bullish on, but it's just been taking an absolute beating. And on this last page, Eigenlayer, picked up my Eigenlayer. Obviously it's not listed yet, and who knows when it'll be tradable. Maybe end of September. But there's my 467 Eigen. So looking forward to that. And so that brings us to the end of the video. I'm aiming to be back in about another fortnight's time. So until then, let's always be looking for an edge. Take care until next time, and thanks for watching the $100,000 to $1 million challenge.